What's up, ladies and gentle tubers? Welcome to the eveRide channel. My name is Tyler. Over the last month, I have had the opportunity to ride a motorcycle over 5,000 miles from Utah to Canada, then down the coastline to Mexico and back to Utah. And on this trip, I met amazing people, I rode incredible trails, I got to see and eat incredible things, and I definitely crossed a few things off the bucket list. So if you've seen some of my other videos, you already know that I'm really nothing special. I'm not a professional adventurer or photographer or writer. I was just a teacher, but I got laid off due to some budget constraints, and so I'm trying to make a living on YouTube. Now, before we get started, I do have some shortcomings, but really no more than most, I think. I've got a little bit of depression, a little anxiety, some physical issues, and although I live a really quite average life, I think. I've got a family, a beautiful wife, 2 wonderful children. I pay my mortgage, I've got money problems, and yet I do feel massively blessed to live the life that I get to live. And it's an assumption that I'm making here, but I predict that you and me could be in similar situations. Making ends meet, raising a family, and then aching for something more out there. And maybe we can find it on 2 wheels. And it's this reason I think that I'm filming this whole thing as I change my life and perspectives. I'm kind of turning Space Oddity up to 11 and going full Walter Mitty on this whole thing. So, this first adventure, this is the dip the toes to test the water journey. It's a test to see if I can support my family from adventure traveling. It's a test to see if my body could take it, to see if my mind could take it, and it's going to be very, very real. I'm not going to hold anything back. I made a promise at the beginning of this whole thing that I would be brutally honest on what I felt about adventure, and so I'm going to do that. I want to show you exactly how it is out there and in my heart, basically. And I think that it's more likely that we can relate that way. But before I forget, speaking of supporting my family, and I hate to make the pitch, but kind of has become a necessary evil as the funds are dwindling, so I'll make it super short. But there is a link in the upper left corner, and clicking that will show you how you can be a part of this adventure without ever sending a dime my way. Or if you do feel like sending a dime, you're more than welcome to do that. But I've outlined some far greater causes for, your proverbial dime to go into. So if you've ever felt inspired to make a change in your life from any of my past videos or from this series, or if you feel that change in a future video, or if you just want to show some appreciation for the hard work that I'm trying to do and the experiences that I'm trying to share, then please go ahead and click that link when you get a minute. But always remember that I will do this for free as long as I can, whether you ever donate or use the Amazon link or share my videos or whatever. I also want to give a massive and super heartfelt thanks to Damon, Brent, Tyler, Jesse, Ryan, John, Juanita, Casey, Steve, Brian, Kim, Lyndon, Mark, Matthew, Daryl, and Josh. Big one to Josh for everything that they have done to help me out. From donations to repairs and tire changes and even websites. These people made this whole thing possible in so many ways, and I promise that I will pay it forward, and it will be paid forward much more than just mentioning your names. Anyway, let's continue. To some people, a motorcycle ride from border to border along the west coast of the United States is hardly an adventure. For me, to be away from my family, I'm a big family man, to do something so out of the ordinary in my life, it was the most adventurous thing I've ever done. Think of it this way: to summon my inner nerd, which is actually not summoning anything because there is no inner nerd, it's just all nerd. But adventurers come in 2 types, the Gandalfs and the Frodos. The Gandalfs are the Dakar racers and the round-the-world guys and the guys who've seen it all and done it all and are wise beyond their years. Gandalfs are usually single or wealthy, or they never really chose that 9-to-5 life to get married and have a family lifestyle. And then there are the Frodos, and these are the guys who are used to the Shire, who really don't care to leave the Shire, who would rather actually stay in the Shire if not pushed by some outside force. And I think that's you, and I know that's me. I'm just kind of a Frodo in this whole thing. So to the Gandalfs in this world, this adventure along the west coast was a total walk in the park. But to the Frodos of the world, something like this is pretty exciting. Anyway, this documentary is going to be different from just about anything that you've seen. It doesn't have to be some award-winning production. It doesn't have to have amazing production value. I jokingly call it a motovlogumentary, but it really has no format, which is why I love YouTube. I can post anything. I can post videos and vlogs where I talk to you like this. I can post motovlogs, voiceovers, audio logs, music, slideshows, whatever I want to, really. And there's no budget to blow, or there's no producer to impress or fire me or anything. This one, the series, these videos, these are for me and for you. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. You didn't waste any money on a movie ticket, so it's great. Another thing is that you can watch it how you want. Always remember that there's a little gear in the corner that lets you speed it up if I'm going too slow, or you can soak it all in, audio, video, and all. Or you can even download the audio if you want, using like a YouTube to MP3 converter, and just listen to it like a podcast. You could do it whatever you want. There are so many more mediums than just film to express how I felt during this journey. And there's a lot more genres too. Our lives are not just one genre. Not everything is action. Sometimes it's a love story, sometimes it's a drama, sometimes it's a horror movie, and sometimes it's just real boring life. And that's what's wonderful about reality, is there's variety and dull moments and beautiful contrast between the two. Anyway, not everything that happened was captured on camera, and yet words can't describe everything that I did capture. So there might be footage with no words, and there might be words with no footage. But I'll do my best to convey the most important emotions throughout the series, because, at least in my little Frodo adventure, not everything that makes an adventure can be caught through a lens of a camera. Now, this is something that's really important and really different, and it's going to take a little bit from you. But one little trick that I will use throughout the whole series is interactive annotations, which are pretty much a computer-only thing. So if you're watching this on a phone or a TV, or even in another country, you may be missing out. But here's how it works. I'll have annotations down here in the corner that link to music tracks. You can click those and a song will open in another window. Turn the volume down on the music, then you can come back here and resume the video with that nice music in the background. And that way I get to handpick the music that matches the content, and it won't be automatically blocked in certain countries. And you can leave the music out altogether if you want, or listen to your own music while you watch. It's a little more personal that way, I think. Music made a big difference on the trip in my emotions and things like that, so I think it's important that you hear the music that I was listening to as I rode and felt and thought. And another thing, it also gets me around all the copyright mumbo jumbo, which is nice, but, again, it does require a little effort on your part if you want the full experience. Otherwise, it's just going to be footage and usually voiceover with no other sound, which could get a little bit awkward. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to give that a shot. So when I say so, go ahead and click the play button below, start the music in another window, adjust the volume to your liking, click back to this video, and click play, then sit back and enjoy for a minute. And let's see if this works. Now through the series, this play button is going to pop up, and when it does, you can click it if you want that full musical experience, and if not, you don't have to. So let's do this thing. So go ahead and get clicky on it. All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the series. Now, as always, it's time for the pitch, and the pitch is this. Get to know me. Follow this stuff on Facebook. Subscribe to the channel. Check out a few of the other videos that I've posted. Read the blog, whatever. And then get ready for what should have been the most average trip in the world, but what actually turned into an incredible journey of personal discovery and surprising adventure. Because I believe no matter what your route or what kind of motorcycle you ride, you really can't go a direction on two wheels for very long without something amazing happening. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. eveRide out.